Well, it is a long way to 2022, but there's one rematch everyone is anticipating. Will Stacey Abrams, who never conceded defeat in Georgia's 2018 gubernatorial race, challenge Brian Kemp again? Abrams isn't saying, but those around her are hoping she does.
Well, we got to do it again, guys.
Listen, if Stacey Abrams runs for governor, sign me up #1.
In the mind of this historian and political observer,
But we know that that election was taken from her. We know that.
We're going to make sure that every vote is counted.
Stacey Abrams is due for redemption.
God is not through Stacey Abrams. Her work is bright. Her future is bright. And we're excited and anxious and waiting to hear from her about what her next steps are.
One of the nation's most popular and influential Democrats narrowly lost to Republican Brian Kemp in 2018.
In a time and in a moment where things feel so hard.
But Abrams bounced back.
Hope is on the horizon.
And spent the next 2 years
Your vote has the power to determine the future of Georgia.
registering 800,000 new voters in Georgia.
The work that she and others did to help rally people to vote, to register to vote, is beyond measure.
Abrams' coalition Fair Fight Georgia flipped Georgia blue, notched Democratic wins for Georgia's 2 Senate seats, and helped Joe Biden become president. Former running mate Sarah Riggs Amico, who to this day still speaks to Abrams weekly, is encouraging a rematch.
I actually sort of pity Brian Kemp if he has to run against her again.
Amico says the 1.3 million minority voters purged under Kemp's leadership.
Voter suppression has been baked into American elections since its inception.
Abrams won't forget.
We focus on the Jim Crow era because it was such a stark departure from who we say we are, but it did not disappear with the end of Jim Crow.
Abrams' fight for democracy started early in Mississippi as a Girl Scout. Chosen to represent her troop at its national conference, some, offended by her race, tried to thwart Abrams' appearance by flying her troop to Arizona without her. But Abrams seized the moment and flew by herself.
When somebody is down and how they behave in times of extraordinary strain or challenge, that's when you take the measure of someone's character.
Abrams' family eventually moved to Georgia, where she graduated high school valedictorian, magna cum laude from Spelman College, and even led a protest on the steps of Georgia's Capitol, demanding the removal of Confederate images on the state flag.
I see the presence of God in all that she does.
By the age of 29, Abrams was a tax attorney, a Yale University graduate, a romance novelist, and one of Atlanta's deputy city attorneys. In 2006, she became the first woman to lead either party in the Georgia General Assembly. By 2010, she was the first black person ever elected to lead in the Georgia House of Representatives.
She is our bright and shining star.
Dr. Mason says public service is Abrams' calling. And Hollywood is captivated with Stacey Abrams, too. A new documentary based on the history and current fight against voter suppression features Abrams' 2018 bid for governor, and it just made the Oscar shortlist for documentary feature. All In, The Fight for Democracy is now streaming on Amazon Prime.
Black History Month is brought to you by Calvin Smith Law, the injury lawyers.